Hi everybody, Jeremy here from Flatware Creations. I am trying this again. Hopefully my microphone is working this time. Let me get the chat going. Okay, so there's that. Anyone who hops on, if you can, please let me know if you can hear me. What? Not what I wanted to do. Okay, so the chat is working again. I just need to know if the sound is working. So I'm going to go ahead and keep this going. If you haven't yet, please like and subscribe. We're going to this one. It's pointed at me, not the not the silverware. All right, let's try this. Hi Lou, how are you today? Okay. Okay, great. I think the last time, I don't know what happened, but for some reason people couldn't hear me. So I got all of my bracelet pieces cut out, and I did all the wheel work, and then I went to go bend them, and I'm like, nope, can't bend them yet. I gotta drill holes in them. Ugh. The ground is so far away. I'm doing okay. Having a few good days as it warms up. I hope you get feeling better. It's that time of year with the temperatures changing. My arms started getting tired, so figured I'd drill some holes. And let's punch the holes out using the shoulder that hurts. I went kayaking with my daughter and my nephew about 2 weeks ago, and I've been having some pain in my shoulder. It's not like rotator cuff. It's just nagging, like my back. My back threatens me every step of the day. So we'll be able to get these bracelets in the tumbler today. I need these to fulfill an order. And then later, actually, I'm going to be making rings all day. So tomorrow, I'm going to make some barrettes. And that's a new way that I haven't done them before. I have a template made, and I have made 5 or 6. So I'll be using the crystal rivets. And we're going to be drilling out the barrettes so that they can accept the so that the rivets can fit in them. All right. That's done. So these bracelets are all 3 inches. Yeah, All these pieces are 3 inches long. I love kayaking. Yes, that will definitely be the culprit with your shoulder. Take care of yourself so healing can continue. Yep, I'm trying to take it easy as much as I can. Let's switch over to this camera. And we'll start drilling some holes. Okay, so I've got beeswax here. I have a cobalt bit. See if I can see what size it is. I've started using this one size for a lot of stuff. Let me see. Put on some more powerful. Okay. Where's my information? So this bit actually does not have a size on it. I'll see if I can. So for inches, 0.086, 2.18 millimeters. I have no idea what size that is. I do know that it's cobalt. That's always my drill of choice. There we go. It is a 3/32 drill bit. And I've been buying them 10 in a pack. Okay. So right here, I haven't talked about this in a long time. It's just a piece of wood. But I have a piece of angle aluminum and I've drilled holes in that. So I've got a couple holes in here, and I've got holes in this. And what this does, it allows me to center into these holes. And it doesn't allow the spoon or the silverware to be able to dig down into the wood. There it is. This has been my go-to for making bracelets. Oh, is this? Yeah, I'm like, why is this hard? This is magnetic. It has ferrous metal in it, so a magnet sticks to it. So always harder to drill. Try and keep your drill bit from getting really hot. Lots of wax or whatever lubricant you're using. I knew there was a reason I didn't bolt any of this stuff down. Okay, so that one's done. Let's see this one. This one's ferrous also. They're still silver plated. but they're just a lot harder metal. I won't even run these through my bandsaw. If anything sticks to a magnet, I'm not running it through the bandsaw. It will just dull that bit super, or the blade super fast. So this one is a normal one, and you can see how that ribbon's coming right up. If you start to feel it not cutting anymore, just put some more lubricant on it. For the most part, I'm just looking to see if there's ribbon coming out. Okay, I'm going to do these other two halves. I know now that I have 9 more bits. There we go. Wonder if I can get you guys closer. Yep, just that little bit of wax lubricant really helps. Let's see if I can get you guys a little closer. And my chat was being weird earlier too. It's like there's 2 different chats. Oh, my left shoulder. Just nice and slow. Don't need to really crank on it. Just let the drill bit go through. And normally at least 2 or 3 times I'll clear the shavings just by lifting it up just a hair. Like just taking pressure off of it basically. I need to get another vacuum. Actually, yeah, I just need a little one to like up the shavings. Drill a hole through my wax. Oops. That camera. Okay. All right, so I'm just using my drum sander here. I think it's 200 grit, something like that. But I'm just going to take this and remove the burrs and make sure there's no sharp spots. Sometimes we'll get them where the top will be nice and smooth, so you don't have to do the top. I used to take diamond bits and kind of ream these out with them, but then this is so much faster. You just want to be careful of how much you're putting, how much you're grinding away. I hope you get feeling better quick soon, Lou. Flip it over, and we'll use the other side. I saw that I hadn't been on YouTube in quite a while. I'm like, I really gotta do a live stream, but I've been working so fast. But today was gonna be ring day. But then I remembered I had bracelets. I'm gonna try and make at least 100 rings today. If you're doing a ton of grinding, you want to make sure that you're wearing your mask, because this does make tiny particulate. Trash can. I don't even put these all the way on a lot of times. I'm having the worst time with cameras today. And I'm only trying to use the edge for whenever I go back in to like finish the smoothing process. The tumbler will get some of this, but a lot of times it's not going to get those big flashing marks. It's been really cold here recently. We just had a late season nor'easter come through and the mountains actually got snow. That's crazy. Still snowing this late in the year. I mean, even for us. Almost there. I have to look and see if I'm still streaming. All right, those are done. Let's see here. Let's see. It still shows. There we go. That's, for some reason it, yeah, that's the number I want. Okay. All right, we're off to the next step. Rings out of here. Switch you guys over to selfie. Yeah, need this. Okay, from there. We're gonna switch this over to the big pin and the big forming block. Hey, that works. So I like to take and put these all the way across. If I'm gonna lean towards one side, I want to be the big side, mostly on my side. So just bring it down, make sure I get that end, and I'm gonna tap this. Flip it over. And sometimes you'll need to tap these down a little bit, but that one was already there. So we got a nice curve. Normally, unless it's a bigger piece, you don't even have to do this because it's not really doing anything after that second bend. So this is one of the hard ones. Just go nice and slow. Yeah. This is what stainless steel does to your vise. So I couldn't even get this bent all the way around. I mean, it's close, and it's close enough for a bracelet. Let's see if I can smash that in there. Oh, I did get it. There we go. That's better. And I'm going to do that. This one again. Get the hard ones out of the way. All right. Where's the other hard one? Here it is. 2 hard ones. Woo! Slipping. Oh no. So it's flaking off on me. So I'm not making those. And that's why you always make a few extra of whatever you're making. I think I needed 9 bracelets today. So I think I was making 11. And I think this week is going to be bracelet week. I need to get more silverware in the tumbler so it's clean. Okay. And this is the same bracelet forming set I've had for 8 or 9 years. So you can make them last a long time. I can't remember if I did that one backwards. You get those thoughts, and then you like totally lose where you were. Okay. Oh yeah. It feels like muscle pain. So maybe it will get better as I get stronger. So after I get these bent, I'll show you what I do before I toss them in the tumbler. Okay, almost done. Ooh, that one flipped over on me. Don't want to go that way. 2 left. Oh, tomorrow I have to make barrettes with crystal rivets. I don't even know if I've taken pictures of those. Okay. Does that fit? It fits. Cool. I'm not going to toss everything in there. I'm going to need the ring for later. And for now, we're going to switch. Okay, so let me grab my jump ring. Still got all my mess. Okay, so all we have right now is just to get them prepped for the tumbler. Okay, so what I use for the middle are these oval jump rings. Yeah. I use these for the centers of this style of bracelet. They are they are 10 millimeters. By 8. So the 10 by 8 oval jump rings. I get these from Flatware also. She's been the best source for these heavy gauge jump rings. Get my, you know what? Maybe I can kind of do this. I lost it. The ring. There it is. With my headphones on, I lose stuff all the time. I can't even tell where it went. Okay. Let's get organized here. Oh. Okay. So, let's get all these together. That one. That one. Get these all matched up. Yeah, it was weird that one cracked and I didn't even notice it. Chipping or cracking. A lot of times you can see how they're going to bend or what the exterior is. I'm like, come on. Okay. So now we got that. You always want to try and make sure these click, or at least right nice and tight. Oh, you probably want to see what it looks like, huh? So, ouch. Just pinched myself. Just want to make sure that you put them on there right. I took a bunch out of the tumbler just the other day, and I realized that I had 2 in there that were still a match, but they wouldn't make a very good bracelet. So these are going in the tumbler. They're going to be matched up already. So whenever they come out, all I have to do is put the jump rings and the magnetic clasps on them. So some of the stuff has changed for me in my list of things I use. So I gotta make sure I update that. Because there's a bunch of new stuff I've been using from bags. Oh. My brain today is all over the place. Oh, I gotta close that gap in there. Still trying to figure out my desk, my bench. Ouch. So these are on the heavy side. It's still light enough. Yeah, it's nice. It's still good. I don't know if I'd go heavier, or by heavier I mean thicker. Let's see. Okay. Just checking the chat. So we'll get these on there, and then I'll go back to rings. I think this morning I needed another 150, or was it 250? I have a ton of bypass rings or spiral rings. I have a lot of those. So today is round ring day. Last one. And I'm just going to take these in the house real quick and get them in the tumbler. Eh. So all I use in my tumbler is I use the jeweler's mix, which is 3 different shapes. I call them Saturn. Those BBs, and there's little pieces that are cut off. You don't want the little tiny pins. I have a link down in the description for the ones that I use. Let's see. Okay. I will be right back. I'm going to get this and all the rings that I've got done. We'll get those all in the tumbler, and I will be right back. I have a sign for that. It should only be like 3 minutes. Oh, did I hit the wrong? I'm sorry. I hit the wrong screen. All right. Let's see. Selfie. We're going back to rings. And get that clear. Adjust the focus on that. There we go. That should be good. Sound, that chat is working. Okay. And we're back to rings. Rings, rings, rings. If you haven't yet, please subscribe. Let's see. So yeah. Yeah, my left shoulder's not liking me. Hello, viewer. Today I'm making spoon rings. I just finished a bunch of bracelets. I just put a bunch of stuff in the tumbler. Pink. We get a nice candy cane shape. Just working on some wholesale orders today. Just cranking them out. That ring went all weird. What is going on? I've never had one do that. I mean, I got it back, but that was weird. Yeah, that was weird. All right. Let's try not to do that again. I think I just put 20 or so rings in the tumbler with all those bracelets. Today needs to be round ring day. My favorite rings are the spiral spoon rings. And that's just because I'm lazy. So much of it is just hammer. What is going on with this guy? I wonder if this part of the block is no longer able to squish down like it's supposed to. Yep, that's what it is. I finally reached the limit. See, on the edge, it will do what I want. So do I cut this part off? I'll see if I can flip it around like that. I'll start using the new block. I don't have a choice. Come on. Now I gotta get used to this. And how much it draws it out. Okay. So oh. It looks like it's bending at an angle already. Ouch. Got to make sure that you're over the top edge so it doesn't slide down like that. There we go. We'll get it. We're figured out. So how's everybody's day going today? Did I? Yeah, I did. It's really dark, so I'm like, did I put that through the... Oh, that's hard. If I'm going to tear up a block, I want to tear up this one. There we go. Got it. Out. That one does not want to be straight. I wonder if I could do that on a block. Sweet. Now it's straight. We've had rain here for probably a whole week. It's not like... Spring is definitely here, though. I need to put a little notch in here for the rings. Too far. There we go. That one twisted a little bit farther than I wanted to. But just keep fixing it and it will get to where you want it. Whoop. Should probably have lunch sometime. Ooh. I got beef jerky. That'll work. That was yummy. Finally, some good music. It's funny because this is a playlist too. That makes it so bad. Like, I made a playlist of crappy songs. More over there. Sweet. So I know now I need to adjust my my center camera, the one that goes over the top. Need to get it so it will slide across. I might see if I can mount it to the ceiling. Put it on like a bungee cord or something, just floating in the air. Some grapes, not grapes, orange blossom. I always try and bend these easy. Especially in this channel, it seems to make them want to kink up. Let's switch over to camera. We'll bring it up. Come on. Must be too much light on the window. Nothing. I need to bring a curtain. There we go. That's a little better. I'm just going to keep working. I'm going to keep checking the chat in case anyone's wants to chat. I got to get these all done and get the next batch started. Not sure if I like this channel. Whoa. That was too much of a candy cane. So this is one of those patterns that likes to go all weird. Okay, that's straighter. All right, one small adjustment. Come on. I'll get it. That one slid pretty far. That one took some work. This one looks like a snake. Come on, you can focus. Come on. Kind of looks like a snake with eyes on there. Okay. Actually, I'm going to take off. Just a touch more. work. This is the same pattern. Just making some spoon rings. This is a really popular pattern. I think it's called White Orchid. Make great rings too. Get to work, Jeremy. So I keep checking the chat. Come on, let me get in there. There we go. Another orange blossom pattern. Let's see, we got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 13 left to go. We can do this. Oh, that was too far. Close. Had to go down so that I could get it squishing the right way. Today is round ring day. Got bracelets in the tumbler. I need to make a little over 100 rings today. So I'm not sure how this one is going to bend because we have a really thin spot. So bend slow. I'm going to bend this over. Nice and easy. Trying to see. I know it has to be something that I'm doing to get that twisted. Everything looks straight. My bar doesn't move that way. If that helps. That helped quite a bit. I'm gonna have to go through these. And make sure I go with my little smaller mandrel. See if I can save myself some work. Ooh, it's warming up. So now if I know I just have to do that and it'll get straight. Yeah, it's perfectly straight right there. I haven't heard this song in a long time. What's it called? Close My Eyes Forever. with Lita Ford and Ozzy Osbourne. That's a good one. Hi, Lori Bella. Yeah, I'm back on. I was thinking I hadn't been on in quite a while, and I'm just doing the mundane things, but like I may as well go live just in case anybody wants to chat. So I've just been making rings and bracelets today. What? So I was thinking I may as well go live. I'm going to be there doing everything. It is more work, but it's worth it. Somebody could get a tip or something to help them out. There we go. The pattern looks like, it really looks like a snake eating his tail. What else do you make the rings? I make a lot a lot of stuff. Bud vases, cats and dogs, lots of elephants, the different rings, a round spiral, saddle rings. I do bracelets. I do tea infusers. I make keychains. I make the little peace sign keychains out of the fork heads. I make floating hearts, floating heart pendants. I do two kinds, the kind that has the end of the spoon, and then the kind that is just the fork tines. Let's see. Fork tine hearts, got that. I do earrings. I haven't done wind chimes in a long time, but I know that's coming up. I know there's some more stuff in there, but I can't think of any right now. Those are the big ones that I make a lot of. I make a lot of rings. I make a lot of bud vases. And I make a lot of elephants. Yeah. I do just about everything. I've made a lot more stuff than that. I've probably made at least 300 or 400 different things. There you go. Just that little trick of hitting it over, clearing it up. Yeah, we're straight again. Cool. Just an extra little tap. That's all it needed. All right, last one. That's a thin one. Sweet. Ending on a nice small one. All right. Now, I'm going to switch my pin out. I'm going to go to the next smallest pin. Change over to here. Now what I'm going to do is sometimes you end up with these flat spots. You can kind of see it like right here. Some are worse than the other ones. Oh, what size do you make the rings? I am going blind. So I can make with these 3" to 3¼ inch. I can do size 12 all the way down to, I've done a size 4, depending on how thick it is. And yeah, just a little bit of everything. I've made a size 15 ring before. I'm going to switch you over to here. So I've got that flat spot right here. I'm just going to put this in, and normally it's until you hit the part that's going under the small end. And I'm just going to pull down a little bit. Round. So just a little tip, if it's not perfectly round, I mean, they hardly are ever perfectly round, but just that little bit, and it's not a huge thing. But it makes a big difference. Yeah, it makes all the difference in the world. That one's good, that one's good. And I'm not really pulling down very hard. And like I said, normally you can go right until you hit that piece. Sometimes going back just a little bit helps. Round, round, flat. Whoop. It is more steps, but well worth it in the quality of the rings. Yeah, it's well worth the effort because just having nice round rings is always nice. I keep missing this thing. It's in my lap. Come back here. That was a thick one. What? Then I will tumble all of these and then size them all after they've tumbled. If you size them right now, you're going to have to touch them again and size them, figure out what size they are. So it's just easier to touch them the least amount of times, especially if you're going to be measuring like that. Save you some handling. Be careful with this one. The ones that have the thin spots in the pattern, those I'm always very sketchy with. I don't know how many I've broken over the years or just bent just a hair too much. And the last one. There we go. Suggestions on how to make angel wings for silverware angels. Tired of buying them. Huh. I'm not sure. A lot of that comes down to scale. A lot of it comes down to, yeah, I'm gonna leave that one there. There we go. A lot of that comes down to size. And it would take a lot of work to make those wings because they're so small. And they'd be a lot heavier too. What if you took a demi-tasse spoon like this, one of the small ones, sorry. And the wings still end up looking like a bird's because feathers. But these these bowls here are super small and thin that they wouldn't hardly add anything on there. If you have a wing already, I would trace it out and then try and do your etching. And I would etch this like we do the feathers out of the butter knives. That should keep your weight down. Yeah, this should work. Yeah, I think that will work. And that's why I love the chat. What did I make? I've made a couple of things that were just from the chat, and I've only made them for the chat. There we go. It looks like I need to go install a dishwasher in my brother-in-law's house. So with that, I'm going to say bye. Thank you guys all so much for joining me, hanging out, and if you haven't yet, please subscribe. The button's not working. There it is. All right. Okay. Have fun. I will see you next time, probably pretty soon, because I'm going to just start streaming when I'm doing mass projects like this. Just so I can stay here and maybe make some angel wings or something else. All right. Have a good night, and thank you